So we've had this mini convertible for 6 months now, and I want to share what we think, what we love about it and what we hate about it.
So one of the things I hate about driving Biggy is that because I'm on the motorway all the time, I've got to continuously clean my windows. So A, the wiper bottle, the reservoir is really small and I've got to continuously fill it up. And B, I'm cleaning it, you can see it's there and dirty here. Whatever you do, you just can't get rid of that, so you're continuously washing the windows all the time.
Leads me on to one thing I hate. You might have noticed it then as Steve was talking. I don't know if it's like the suspension or just because it's a small car or what, but you feel every single bump in the road, don't you? It's like not quite as bad as the old classic minis, but compared to most cars, you just feel everything. You've got to go around the potholes. Yeah, it's very bumpy. One thing I love about this car is when you're trying to get through roads like this, where you've got cars on one side, cars parked, whatever, you know, you're wondering, shall I squeeze through the middle here? In this, you know you just can. It's just nice and easy. Get through the middle.
One of the other things I dislike about this car is that, as you can see, I've got my seat in a particular place so I can drive comfortably. But because it's only a two-door, when you pop this seat forward to get into the back, it slides forward, but it doesn't remember where it was when it goes back. So when you get in, I get in like I'm Lana and I'm sat here and I have to mess with my seat and adjust my seat again. I just wish it had that like memory function that it sort of remembers where your seat was.
Thing we both hate is this automatic CVT gearbox. It is. How slow is it?
Very slow. It's
not got horsepower, it's got snail power.
You put your foot down and there's a lot of noise but not a lot of performance, and then all of a sudden it goes zoom, and I was just like, right. And yeah, so you can't just shoot out at a roundabout or beat traffic lights, or not that you should be beating traffic lights, but
you've got to plan a little bit further ahead, haven't you? And if you're heavy-footed, it's not great.
No, he definitely likes being around 60, doesn't like 70, and he definitely doesn't like 77, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you've really got to plan where you're going with him.
The next thing that we dislike doesn't really bother me, but this area here in front of the gear stick has got the cup holders. But have you still got that bottle to do a demonstration?
No, it's gone.
No, it's gone. Okay, so basically when you try and put, if you've got like a little cup, that's fine, but say my water bottle here, I put my water bottle in it, but these are in the way, so it's not really in the right place. It needs to be like elsewhere, maybe back.
And the one
here
behind you is the one behind you is too far back.
Yeah, that one, that's better. But if you're driving, that's not that useful. It's more for like the rear passengers, that one. So yeah, there, it's just a bit awkward. And then this bit, I know
the cubby on the side, it's got there's no sides.
Yeah, there's no sides here. That's what I was going to say. So like, it doesn't bother me, but Steve puts his phone there, and then it's got like a little lip down the side there.
Or my sunglasses, or my wallet.
It can kind of like just wobble around in the car.
If I'm not careful, I can put my sunglasses, my wallet, and my phone in there, and while I'm driving, something could come out the side here in the footwell. It's just not been designed properly.
No.
It's been designed by a woman for a woman.
How dare you? I'm gonna get you a handbag. Obviously the reason we bought this car is because it's a convertible. So if you can see, it's an electric roof. You've got the sunroof there, and then you keep going and the full roof comes down, which I absolutely love because I'm lazy. I don't want a manual roof. But the sunroof, you can close that at any time when you're driving. So if it starts raining, you can close your sunroof. Just be careful, if you've got the roof the whole way down, you need to pull over to put it back up. But yeah, look at that. It's great. However, you did say it's a bit windy, isn't it? And
compared to the Mazda, you're not cocooned in here.
That could just be because it's 4 seats.
Yeah, yeah. You get blasted from the side here where we did it in the Mazda, but I am looking at the Mini Cooper wind deflectors that go over the back seats here, and that might help.
It'll stop your hair getting messy, won't it?
It will, yeah. Back up, you just press the button again.
You just hold it down and it goes up. Nice and easy. One thing I love, it's really random, but here behind the steering wheel, this probably happens in loads of cars, but I don't think it is in mine. I've got a Clio and I don't have it. Here you've got like grip holes. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, so you've got a bit of grip on your steering wheel. Yeah, that's just me being sad, but I appreciate that. So the next thing I love about it is how tiny it is and how easy it is to park. So I'm rubbish at parking, however, it's just small, and because it's like very sort of, there's no bumps to the sides of it, you can feel how big your car is, if that makes any sense. It's not like my Clio's quite lumpy at the back compared to the front, whereas this is very sort of rectangular, so it's a lot easier to park, and it's got parking sensors. This is a 2006 Mini Cooper convertible. Another thing I love about this car is how easy it is to hoover. So you go in the back, excuse the dirt, it's been a few weeks since I've hoovered it, but that whole back seat is just one, so you just bang the hoover over that. That's tiny, it's a really small space. And then there's just not that much space and not that many crevices that it takes ages to hoover, so it's really easy to keep clean. However, it's black, which means it's always like this, especially in the winter, it's just always filthy. But yeah, it's very easy to clean. So another thing that I dislike about this car is the wing mirrors are tiny. The view in them is terrible. I said to Steve, this is like what I imagine driving a van to be like, because the rear view is just not great. I suppose that's what you get with a convertible, because the back window's a bit smaller. You've got these metal headrest sort of things there, which take a bit of your view out. And yeah, the wing mirrors are tiny, but I think it's like based on a classic Mini, because their wing mirrors are tiny as well. So yeah, it's just a bit awkward. Luckily it's got parking sensors, so that kind of helps. Another one of my problems with this car, and I think it's a common problem in modern BMW Minis, the steering is so heavy. Like ridiculously heavy. When I get back in my Clio, I have to be careful and remember which car I'm in, because it's like a little go-kart compared to this. And Steve says the same. He's like, if you turn a corner, you've got to be careful, because you're used to having to really move the steering wheel. I don't know what the reason behind it is. We checked the power steering fluid, because we thought maybe there might be an issue with the power steering, but reading online, it's just a common thing. They just have heavy steering for such a little car. It's just a bit strange. So yeah, I think I'm going to summarise. We love this car. When we were looking for a small automatic convertible, this was pretty much the only real choice that we had. I mean, they're not the cheapest of cars. Minis do hold the value quite well, so you know, you've got to think about that. But for a small convertible, but it's not like ridiculously small. You can still go on holiday. If you've got 4 passengers, a bit of a squeeze, but you know, it does what we need it to do, and we do love it. There's just a few things that we'd like to change, and then, you know, if we were to get another one in the future, we'd be looking at a more modern one with Bluetooth and all that sort of jazz. So yeah, I think Steve's gonna do a video about Teddy, the classic Mini, and the same sort of things he loves and hates about it. So make sure you like and subscribe, and you'll get notified of any videos we put out. Right, thanks for watching, bye! If you also have a Mini convertible, leave some comments down below what you like about it and what you dislike about it, and any other opinions that you have.